welcome to the Marie Manucherry Show. We are live here in, oh my gosh, super gorgeous, please don't move to Seattle. Come visit. Catch some flying. Yeah, that would be a really good t-shirt. We should start selling those. We really should. At any rate, welcome. And this is my first day back in the studio after being in Alaska on a
back.
cruise.
I kind of was fooling some people. They were calling last week. I apologize. I was saying you're at an event, which technically you kind of were.
I actually was because, Esther Hicks is one of my favorite spiritual teachers.
Right.
And I'm really picky about who I go see. For lots of reasons, but so she's one of my favorites, and she does an annual Alaskan cruise through Alaska, and they leave from Seattle, and then she does several seminars or meetings. So I think there was 4 or 5 times the Abraham people met up to listen to her. There was probably 500 to 600 Abraham people, if I counted,
a pretty decent sized following.
Oh, beautiful, yeah. And she has groupies. You can tell it's adorable, adorable. And then all the Abraham people got to sit in the lower part of the dining room. So you're, really on the cruise ship, you're just surrounded by people who are working on manifesting and being positive, and it was lovely. And
checking out the glaciers.
Oh my gosh! Now I know why you love Alaska so much.
Right?
I mean. It's so pristine.
And I was a kid at the time, pretty much. And so I went back. I've been back for like a wedding, and it's so mesmerizing. And it's unreal on where I used to live. And then, I want to go back. I will eventually.
Oh, you should. Well, and where you went is even further up north.
In the interior. Mm-hmm.
The weather was actually great. It was anywhere between 60s and 70s where we were. Which
good.
And on the boat, people are sunbathing because it's just so hot with the reflection of the water.
Well, they left Seattle.
Yeah. I mean, we stayed in the indoor pool area more. But, but yeah, no, it was amazing and so quiet. I mean, so quiet, just so beautiful.
And we were talking before the show. That is definitely one thing that when I went back, it was unreal. And I kind of had to wrap my head around on what we're so used to here in the city life. And then you go up, then you're like,
no,
literally nothing.
Right. It's beautiful. Yeah. And there's so much wildlife, but you don't get to see as much of it because the forests are dense. I mean, the main forest there, which the name is escaping me right now, it's 17 million acres or something like that. It's just ginormous.
Give or take an acre.
Yeah.
Million
acres. It was crazy.
Right.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. I mean, I hope it stays pristine like that. I mean, it's just stunning. Yeah, really lovely.
Welcome back. I'm glad they didn't keep you.
Yeah,
Because,
I
we like you here,
too. I could have stayed, but, got a dog and kids and a grandbaby and, got to come back to work, right?
A lot going on.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so we're taking calls today.
Oh, is the screen not on?
Yeah, I can't see my
That's
screen.
code for, I can't see. I'll get it. You got it? I'll get it.
I don't know where the button is. Oh, wait.
Stall out. I got it. You got it?
Okay, no. I've only been in this studio for over a decade, and I still don't know some of my ways around
I
it.
accept full responsibilities.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what?
Bad producer.
We should. No, you're not. We should figure out how many years I've been coming to the studio. I bet it's like 15 years. I think it's over 10.
At least 10. I know that. We'll start with double digits of 10. So
yeah, we got to figure that out one of these days.
We'll check with our salespeople.
Oh, okay.
They usually have the stats.
How long have I
that.
been? Yeah.
Well, you started with Eric first, right?
Yeah, I actually started on a show.
With someone else.
I started with 2 other psychics actually on a show here. But I would always talk over them and disagree with what they were saying. And the assistant I had at the time, Karen, she goes, I think you should get your own show.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, okay. So I got my own show after that. But yes, I used to be on in the evening and weekends. I was waiting for a spot to open in the morning, Benny, because I really wanted you to be my producer.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Great answer right there.
True.
Oh, you just know how to sweet talk it. Well done. Well done.
And I only go on the air once a week. I mean, they do play a repeat of the show at 6 a.m. on Tuesdays, but, they kind of, want you to be on the air more often. And there was people who had the spot I wanted 5 days a week. So I had to wait till there was one that they would give me so I could be with Benny.
It's a pretty good slot. And we love to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
So, let's give out the number. 877-825-8828 is the number for the show. 877-825-8828. We'll start things off in Phoenix, and we have Linda joining us. Hi, Linda. Welcome to Marie's radio show.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning. How are you, Linda?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm lovely. Isn't it just way too hot in Phoenix right now?
too hot and too humid.
So you need to come to Seattle.
Yeah, we'll give you a pass.
Right?
You can come up.
You can come up.
Oh, I'd love
Just
to.
you. That's
yes,
it. Nobody else.
Or jump on that cruise ship and just go sit out with ice and glaciers and whales and dolphins and just have some fun.
Sounds wonderful.
What can I do for you?
For the past couple of months, I haven't had as much energy as I would like, and so I would appreciate a body scan to see if you see anything going on.
Yeah, of course. So I'm writing out your energy right now. Sorry, I'm a little slow this morning. I look at the screen and then I just start drawing out.
I get it. That was my fault.
But
letting me know.
So far, you're the amount of energy that's actually kind of leaking out of your body is minimal for how much fatigue you have. I think this fatigue is astrological, and I know that sounds weird. And I'm not an astrologer, although I recently had a reading and the woman said, "Oh, you've been an astrologer in many lifetimes." And I actually already thought that. So I think that's true.
Wow.
We're going to interview her eventually. She's just kind of busy right now. So I think that there's a lot going on for you astrologically speaking. Do you know what your sun sign is?
Sagittarius.
Oh, a Sag, right. Okay, so I believe Saturn's in Sagittarius, right? No, it's actually in Capricorn. So, do you know where Taurus is in your chart?
No, not offhand.
Right. So I think this is astrological. I think you're going to be feeling much, much, much better in about 6 weeks.
Oh, great.
Right. So here's your homework, because this is your major problem, is that you worry too much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so now that you've been feeling kind of tired, what if this tiredness is there to help you to slow down and do some internal integration? Because from an astrological perspective, you're being worked on, right? Like, when you were born, the planets were in some beautiful blueprint to support you and help you to move and grow and have all kinds of wonderful experiences, which, by the way, as we grow and expand, we can change our astrology too, right? Like, I'm not saying that anything's bad. I'm just saying that you are doing a ton of internal work inside your body, and the universe is just saying you need to rest.
Okay.
And for you, in my opinion, rest comes if you don't worry. But you're a worrier. I mean, not just about this, but lots of things. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so you have to stop. So how about a great what if question? What if everything's fine? What if magic is happening inside my internal universe and I'm on the right track? Did you write that one?
Great.
Did you write that
sounds
one down?
Great.
Yeah. What if magic is happening in my internal universe and I'm on the right track? That's what I think is going on. Your energy looks really great to me. You do have a moderate leak in the root chakra, and you have a pass through, which isn't a traditional leak at the second chakra, but everything else is taking in energy. And I think the only reason why you're leaking in your root is because you're scared. You're like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? Something's bad. I don't think so. I think that you're working really hard on the inside, and it can be exhausting when you do inner work, especially when it's unconscious.
Wow.
Well, I have clients that come to me and they think that they're stuck. They go, I'm stuck, nothing's happening, and I'm paralyzed and I don't know what to do. And I'm like, you are working so hard on the inside. You are doing really hard work. You're not stuck. So at any rate, not that you even use the word stuck, but everything's fine. So go take
That's so
that
good
nap.
to hear.
I know, right? Go take that nap. Go get an extra massage. Take a bubble bath with air conditioning, or a cold one.
Just cold water.
Yeah, cold water. Yeah, just relax and be grateful for the place that you're in right now, where your being is transforming.
That's so good to hear. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a gorgeous day in Phoenix.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Linda, for joining us. 877-825-8828 is the number. We'll travel over to Orange County, and we have Carissa joining us now. Hi, Carissa.
Hi.
Hi, Carissa.
How are you doing?
Great. How are you?
Good. This is amazing. I can't believe I got on.
Is this your first time calling in?
Yes, it is.
Oh, well, thank you very much. We truly appreciate all of our callers.
First-time caller, long-time listener.
We love that.
Yes.
We love that. Okay, what can I do for you?
Well, my sister just got diagnosed with breast cancer, so I was
Uh-huh.
hoping you could give an energy reading because she's, I think, a bit too stubborn to call in. So.
You know what? It's so funny. Before you mentioned about the not calling in, I had this flash in my mind because, have you heard of Esther Hicks before?
I think you've mentioned her a few
Yeah,
times.
she's
but I've
great.
never-
Well, people can raise their hand and get called up on stage. And of course, I'm not going to do that. Like, I would probably never even call into a radio show. I'm not like shy in my professional life, but I am kind of shy in my personal life. And I like I sit in the back of the room. I hope nobody recognizes me, when I'm out and about. And if they do, of course, I'm just, gracious and say, thank you so much. But, like I have a shyness about me in my personal life. So I totally get your sister. First of all, I just get this overall feeling that she's going to be okay. I really have a good feeling. And I don't want her to I don't want her to make any rash decisions. I want her to take her time a little bit. Like, because sometimes what happens in the oncology world, because so many humans are terrified of cancer, and doctors kind of don't help that situation. As soon as humans change their perception about cancer, it's going to get healed faster and quicker with less effort and less toxicity. That's what I believe. Well, I know it to be true. So if she could just take her time a little bit and kind of investigate what would be in her best interest, my overall feeling is that this isn't like advanced, like it was caught fairly early. Is that true?
It spread to her lymph nodes, but I guess it's not that bad.
So they found it in her. Did they already do surgery then and remove it from the lymph nodes?
No, she's debating if she should do surgery now. So
I want her. I think surgery would be a great idea. That's just my feeling. But I want her to try this out and shift it. But yeah, it's not that bad. I agree with whatever she told you. And it's not uncommon when it's in the breast to have a few in the lymph nodes, right? It's not that uncommon. So
awesome.
Yeah, I think that, even a mastectomy, if she wants to, or a lumpectomy, there's research that shows both of them are effective in the same realm. But for me, when I look at certain types of surgery, if we can remove the cancer, then maybe we don't have to do as many chemicals. Because one of the things about chemotherapy, which is what physicians use for treating cancer, is that it is a carcinogenic, so it causes cancer. So that's important to remember. And they do tell patients that. Patients have to sign waivers, but they forget about it. And sometimes doctors don't make it sound like a big deal. But it is a big deal, in my opinion. So if we can avoid chemicals, if it makes sense and it's makes sense for your sister, that would be the route to go, in my opinion. But I want her to spend some time figuring this out and having some conversations and sitting with her family. But my overall feeling is that she's going to recover. So,
okay, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And so how do you feel, though? Has this freaked you out?
A little.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's made you very sad, actually.
Well, a little soon.
A little soon? What do you mean?
We just talked to my brother-in-law about it.
Oh. Was that her husband?
Soon.
Was that her husband?
No, it was my other sister.
Okay, yeah. So I'm so sorry. These family tragedies are just not fun, are they?
No.
I think one thing to remember is that souls are on their own individual timeline. So when we reincarnate into Earth, we choose, and I'm not seeing one of your sister's exit routes. I just want you to know that. I think she's going to fully recover from this. That exit routes, we choose them before we reincarnate, before we incarnate to the Earth realm. And they have nothing to do with family dynamics or what's going to happen in the physical realm. They have to do with, if I experience this, if I learn this, or if I'm tired of trying to learn something, I want to go home, because we think of the afterlife and the afterworld as our true, authentic home. I want to go home during these times. So that's what happened with your brother-in-law. And I know that doesn't really help in terms of family dynamics and the loss of a family member and children who are affected and all of those things. But I think it's nice if we could look at this from kind of a scientific, because this is all about quantum physics and subatomic particles. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit, I think, helpful if we can recognize that souls are making independent decisions prior to even coming here, creating potential exit routes. We usually have 5. And when we get close to an exit route, because we have free will, we can change our mind. We can stay as long as we want. But sometimes we take that exit route like, yeah, I'm good. I could go home now. And all of that is kind of subconscious, of course. For most people, it's very subconscious. But I'm very, very sorry about the loss. And I think your sister's going to do well.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a gorgeous day in Orange County.
You too.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks very much for joining us, Carissa. 877-825-8828 is the number. We'll do one more before our first break of the show, and it's Annie calling in from the San Francisco Bay Area. Hi, Annie.
Hi.
Hi, Annie. How are you?
I am glad to be able to ask you.
Yeah. Is this your first time calling in?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. What can I do for you?
Well, I read once where you prefer to just read people without knowing.
Right.
And I'll just tell you, I have a very good reason.
I know. No, actually, you can. I mean, when I'm on the radio, I have like 30 seconds to a few minutes, right? So
yeah.
So you can tell me things if you want to. It's completely up to you how you want to do it.
Oh, well, I mean, if you could just let me know how the energy is briefly, and then I could go from there.
Yeah,
briefly.
Sure. Well, so far what I've written out, you're taking in a lot of energy. Here's one of the weird things about you, and I have this same thing, and then I just learned how to develop it when things are not traumatic. I think one of the reasons why my intuition opened up while I was working on an oncology floor is because there was a lot of emergencies happening. A lot of trauma is occurring, even though it's a slow-paced floor, and in terms of it's not like critical care or the emergency room. But there's a lot happening, right? People are really, really sick on the oncology floor, inpatient. And you have the same ability that I'm about to mention, where you have a natural, strong, intuitive nature. And for you, like it used to be only for me, when you're in fear or potential trauma, it turns on. Does this make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And here's what I want to say. Intuition is rarely, if ever, expressed through fear. So when you're hearing fearful things, that's your mind. If the universe is going to explain something to us that we don't want to hear, that our mind would later say fearful, it always does it in a very calm, loving, gentle, amazing, expansive experience. Intuition is compassionate. It's the universe. It's creation. It's God. So it's just tons of beautiful, high frequency, stunning energy. So so you're in a very high intuitive place, and the fear that you're feeling is not your intuition. So what does your intuition tell you about your life, or about what's going on?
That it'll be okay.
Exactly.
Even though symptomatically it's like kind of dramatic and like what it's I mean
exactly, everything's really, really, really going to be okay. So when you have your symptoms, what do you do? I mean, do you worry? Do you get scared? Because when you have those types of responses, which totally makes sense from the logical perspective of the human reality, you're actually increasing the vibration of the discomfort.
Well, I wasn't afraid, and I knew intuitively I would be okay. Mm-hmm. And then there was no, I might have to have surgery.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to tell me what's going on? If you want to, you don't have to, but.
It's I have a fibroid and a cyst.
Okay.
And they're not shrinking.
So what? These are like benign things. Why are you freaking out?
But they're big. Oh my
God.
Whatever.
If you weren't as young as you are, because I think you're young-ish. I mean, younger than me. If you were in my age group, I'd say do nothing. But because you still have active hormones, those things will continue to grow. So I recommend the surgery. Hello?
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
okay.
I guess it's just that, emotional acceptance of that is kind of.
Well, who do you think made modern medicine? Creation made everything. So if you could start to look at an OR room and a surgical scalpel and, all of those things as creation and the universe, that's going to change your energy about it.
Well, I wanted to be a surgeon as a kid.
Okay,
but
so
getting like a hysterectomy is big,
you don't have to have
not what I was.
You don't have to have a hysterectomy. I think you need some other opinions. I'm not recommending.
I do. I need another doctor.
I don't recommend the hysterectomy at all. No.
Yeah.
So I think you need to go talk to some other people.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you
so
much.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Annie, for joining us from the San Francisco Bay Area. 877-825-8828 is the number. Let's take our first break of the hour, and we'll be right back with more from Marie.
And we're screaming from the rooftop, screaming till our heart stops, let it out. And baby, this love we have, you're really killing me. It's like a roundabout. And we're screaming from the rooftop, screaming till our heart stops.
Communicating with our loved ones living on the other side is a normal process that we were all meant to do. The other side vibrates on a high energetic vibration, as do all the beings, including your spirit guides living on the other side. Join Marie for a 2-day workshop, November 9th and 10th, as you learn the necessary tools to increase your energetic vibration, allowing you to hear, see, and feel those living in the spirit world. Go to energyintuitive.com for more information about the workshop.
Hi, everyone. Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that after 75 years, Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when it's dry or windy. Be careful burning yard waste, because wildfires can even start in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Join Marie in her new 2-part online course, The Art of Automatic Writing, September 11th and 18th. In this course, you will learn about this powerful and meditative practice that rejuvenates, inspires, and allows an increase in one's awareness and a better understanding of how the universe communicates. A recording of the class is included in registration. Go to energyintuitive.com for more information. That's energyintuitive.com.
Do you make a positive difference in the world? Do you have a talent, philosophy, base of knowledge, product, or service that you know could help a lot of people if only you could reach them? Join Alternative Talk 1150's family of broadcasters and start walking down a fruitful path. As host of your very own program, dial 425-653-1150 and find out just how affordable it can be to have a show on 1150 AM. That's 425-653-1150. Alternative Talk, we have an opportunity waiting just for you.
Come and experience a divine day of goddess energy on Sunday, August 11th. The 4th annual Gathering of Goddesses honors the divine feminine and promotes self-care and connection. Yoga, meditation, live music, intuitive Marie Manucherry, and a healing sound session are all included. Tickets are available online at intuitivemenderllc.com. That's intuitivemenderllc.com or call 360-259-6780.
Organic, free range, and fresh daily. Alternative Talk 1150.
This is my only fear that we become beautiful people, top designer clothes, front row fashion shows.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Who is that?
That would be Ed Sheeran, Beautiful People.
Oh, that's nice. That must be a new song.
It is.
Wow, I love it. It's beautiful.
Compliments from our friends down the hall.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Okay.
Not like Ed's here. I wish he was.
Yeah.
He actually came here about, 8-9 years ago.
Oh, really?
Before
he got famous.
Exactly.
Don't you love that?
He's this redheaded kid, and he had
Yeah.
kind of glasses and all that, and he has a huge noggin. Like his
Really?
head
His
was
head's
just
ginormous.
and then he's just this polite little kid, and then look at him now. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
All right. So looks like we got a couple lines open. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manucherry Show. We'll take Anna calling in from California. Hi, Anna.
Hello?
Hello. Hi, this is
Hi.
Marie. What can I do for you?
Oh my gosh, I'm in. Okay. Oh, geez.
Is this your first time calling?
Yes.
Oh, well,
it
thank
is.
you very much.
I'm
We
a
truly
little
appreciate it.
nervous,
I don't
okay?
blame you. I would be too, honestly. So what can I
Okay.
do for you?
So I've been through a lot of change this
Mhm.
past few years.
Mm-hmm.
I felt a strong energy, a strong pull to start a new job a few years ago, and
Great. How's it going?
I did. Well, I've been laid off since then, but the good thing about starting that job, I realized the situation in the marriage that I was in, I deserved so much more.
Wow.
So, I was laid off from there, but so on. Now I'm here, and now I'm having trouble. It's been a couple years, but I'm still struggling to move forward.
Mm-hmm. In what way?
I'm just emotionally, I guess. I'm still holding on to feelings and a little bit of anger with him, and other happy feelings too, that I'm just having trouble moving forward with myself.
Right. So what you're telling me is that you're actually thinking and analyzing and processing a lot, because those feelings that you're talking about, in my opinion, are not authentic. Real feelings are always calm. It doesn't mean that we won't be angry or sad, but there's like a calmness to it, and kind of a depth of understanding that goes so beautifully deep, and it's so precious, and it's so interesting. It's so fabulous. Like I could think about my ex-husband and analyze and process something and be, mad at myself for marrying him, right? But if I rest in my second chakra and I feel my more authentic emotions, I'm remembering all the fun we had. I'm remembering what I learned from the relationship. I'm grateful. So it doesn't mean that we can't, if I felt anger authentically, of course I would scream, yell, throw a few things, whatever, let myself have the experience. But what's happening for you is you're stuck in the mental perspective of it, which is kind of the human condition. And when you're stuck in that area, you can't really move forward because you keep rehashing things mentally versus being in your authentic emotions, where then you can release it. So so you have to stop thinking about this and analyzing and processing. Try resting in your abdominal area, or when you meditate, really feel your feet. Like getting in the body authentically is how we become present, and how then we can have access to our beautiful emotional body, the authentic emotions. And then you feel very different about it. Like when I'm sitting in my, when I'm sitting more in my body and I do think about that previous long-term marriage, I have so much gratitude for it. And I'm not in denial. I'm not, I'm not in this place where I'm making up stories about what happens so that I can be happy. You get to see the soul's work and what we're all learning all the time, and we're all having journeys and experiences, and they are profound. So what's happening is you're stuck in the busyness of your mind, which is exhausting you, by the way. It's just wearing you out.
Yeah, that's what my sister's been telling me.
Yeah, she's right. It's just wearing you out. And so your job is to stop doing that, and it's a practice. It's a practice because most human beings do it all the time about everything. Not just the crud that happened years ago, but they do it about everything. So start resting in your body. Ask the universe. You have a beautiful connection to source energy. Ask the universe, say, hey, could you please help me to release my anxiety about this and help me to see the beauty, or to have the knowledge of whatever I need that's really helpful for me. I think you need to take a break and not think about it at all for like a couple months. Just
for a couple months.
Yeah. At least.
That's going to be hard. Okay.
Well, it's creating, and this is not true, no one is ever stuck, but it is kind of creating a stuckness for you. You just keep replaying this thing that's over with, done, and you won't let go of it, and it's just kind of, you know what I mean?
Yes, I know. I have trouble letting go of feelings and emotions.
Well, and remember, these are not real feelings or emotions. These are mind-made emotions. When you're analyzing and processing, they're not authentic. They're not real. The emotional body is in your aura. It's about 1.5 feet away from your body. That's where your real emotions are. So if you really want to know what you're feeling, you got to get out of your head so that you can respond appropriately, or have an appropriate conversation, or take some useful action. But you can't do it when you think what your emotions are, because those are not real. And real emotions are calm. Even if we're angry or sad, there's a calmness to it. It's exciting. It's exciting.
Okay. And it's been like the past couple of months, I've been having issues with my breath, and it's been ongoing.
Fine. Do you drink a lot of coffee?
I do.
Yeah, stop it. It's not good for breast tissue. It creates cysts and pain, and because I could see on the reader board that you had some breast issues, and I don't see anything in them. I mean, I always want everyone to go to the doctor, have their checkups, all of those things.
I have my oncologist appointment next week, actually.
Yeah, it looks fine to me. So stop drinking
no
coffee.
More coffee.
No more coffee.
Oh my goodness. How am I going to do that? Okay.
Green tea. It's a natural antioxidant. It has lots of caffeine. Good caffeine. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day.
Thanks, Anna, for joining us. 877-825-8828 is the number for the show. Now we'll travel over to, looks like, Arizona area. We have Christine joining us. Hi, Christine.
Hi.
Hi, Christine. How are you?
I'm actually really good today. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. Is this your first time calling in?
It is.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm calling because I have an appointment to see you
Oh, great.
coming up,
Great. I love it.
and I kind of wanted to um, see what you thought about if it's even necessary for me to come see you, because I'm worried that
Uh-huh.
I may be spending all the money just to end up in the same place I started.
Well, we'll see how you like our time on the radio, right? Well,
Okay.
and you don't, I do distance sessions over Zoom, Skype, phone all the time. So you don't have to come to Seattle for an appointment. You know that, right?
I do, and I,
Yeah.
I have a lucky job that
Oh,
allows me to
great.
travel for free, so I would prefer to see you in
Great.
person.
First of all, I think you would have a blast. I just can see you love energy. Do you agree?
Oh, I do,
You
yeah.
love it. You love it. And and unfortunately or fortunately, like I'm using language and then my consciousness goes, "Why are you using the word unfortunately?" But unfortunately, you don't really let yourself play in the energy very well. You have a great awareness of it. You can actually see it around you, but you don't engage. You kind of stay in this separate capsule waiting for the energy to engage with you, and it doesn't really work that way in my opinion. And so if we had an appointment together, it would be lots. You would just have a blast, I think. But you don't have to have a session with me. It's not necessary. Hello?
Can you say that again?
Which part?
It's okay. I'll listen to the
No, I
show
could.
afterwards
So,
because
so what I said, and there could be a reason why it flipped out, is because you don't want to hear what I said. I think you see energy. Do you agree?
I can't actually. I can't at
Mhm.
all.
Well, you're wrong. You are seeing energy. I can totally see it. And I'm highly clairvoyant. And when anyone has like your response was I don't. When anyone has a response like that that's really strong, I had a mentoring student who now even just retired, but she was my accountant. We had this really fun kind of faded moment where we met. I was interviewing other accountants because the one I had, I could tell, oh, I'm going to get in trouble. I mean, like, he's not doing a very good job. And so I was interviewing accountants this one day. And when I walked into her office, I heard, oh, she's really intuitive. And we got along really well. And she became my accountant. And I mentored her, actually. Now she has her own energy medicine practice. But when I mentored her it was a 2-year program, I think, when she was part of it as well. She said what you just said. No, I don't even see energy. Okay, now she knows that she sees energy. So,
Gotcha.
so what I'm trying to say is whenever you have a strong opinion towards something, that's also probably not authentic. And I don't see it. I don't see it. No, I don't. Well, I'm telling you, you do.
Okay.
So what I want you to start doing is do you meditate?
I try.
Okay. So it's hard for you to quiet your mind, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, have you ever
I don't
tried
even know what that looks like. What does I have no idea.
of what looks like meditation or energy?
All of the above, but I was actually talking about quieting the mind.
Yeah. So have you ever heard of Qigong before?
I've been doing lots of Qigong lately.
Great. You see how smart you are and you're on the right path and you're doing all the right things. So Qigong is a wonderful form of meditation with movement. It's fantastic. So here's what I want you to start doing. This is how you're going to notice that you see energy. I want you to start paying attention to any kind of little thing. So let's say you're doing Qigong. I want you to keep your eye on one of your knuckles on your hand or on your knee. Your brain is so busy and so fast that it's moving too quickly, and that's why you can't see the energy. And you don't know how to slow it down, or you don't think you need to. In fact, when people run their brain as fast as you do, it's almost a sign of desperation and fear and anxiety versus everything's fine because you have a good life, but you act like you don't from a neurological perspective. Does that make sense?
You're 100% right.
So I would love it if it's the next time you do Qigong, like look at your nails only. And you could go from your hand nails to your toenails, your fingernails to your toenails, whatever. But just focus on one thing because as soon as you get your mind to slow down, you're going to start to see particles and you're going to start to see images and layers of life. It's going to be so fun for you. You're going to just love it.
Okay, so I should come see you because I need help with this. It
Yeah,
sounds like.
I think we would have a blast. Yeah. But it's up to you. Okay.
Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Marie.
Have a gorgeous day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Christine, for joining us. 877-825-8828. We'll take one more before our last break of the hour in the show. Becky calling in from Seattle. Hi, Becky. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi, Becky. How are you?
I'm good. I'm in Seattle in my car, and we're not supposed to be
driving while you're on the air.
Hands-free set, though. Hands-free.
Hands-free. That's
Hands-free,
true.
no big deal.
That's true. You're not pushing buttons. What can I do for you? Is this your first time calling in?
It is, and I'm so excited.
Great.
Great. Someday I'll call back about myself, but today I wanted to ask about my. She's my son's girlfriend. I call her my pretend daughter-in-law.
Oh, but she's not. They're not even married.
No, they're not married, and they may never get married. But
Yeah,
they
I
want to
don't.
have a
I
baby.
kind of think they're not going to get married, but okay. They want to have a baby.
They want to have a baby, and they've been
Aw.
working at it for a while.
Uh-huh.
She's starting to get frustrated.
Uh-huh. How old is she?
So, I think she's 38.
Okay. So has she seen an acupuncturist?
No.
Yeah, she needs to. She has issues with her mother. And when women have unresolved issues with their mother, it can, in a way, kind of paralyze or create stagnation in their reproductive organs. Is that true about her mom?
Probably.
Well, you know her
she
better
lives
than I
across-
do.
She lives across the country.
Uh-huh. Okay. Does she see her very much or chat with her or anything?
No.
Yeah. So she's got
No.
issues. So she's holding these issues that she has not resolved in her reproductive organs. And I think some acupuncture will help move the energy because acupuncture is a great form of energy work. And then maybe she might need a few herbs or something of that nature. So start looking for an acupuncturist that specializes in infertility or helps women get pregnant. In fact, that's what I would recommend that she does, and start making some appointments so she can get pregnant.
Okay. She did have a miscarriage maybe a year ago.
That's okay. 1 in 5 pregnancies ends in a miscarriage, so I wouldn't worry about that.
Okay. Oh, good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm not the mother she has trouble with, right?
No, of course not. It's her real mother. You're the fake mom.
Okay.
It's her real mother.
Okay.
You love her.
Okay.
She loves you.
I do.
It's a great relationship.
Okay. Thank you so
you're
much.
welcome. Have a good day.
Yeah, thanks very much for joining us, Becky from Seattle area. 877-825-8828 is the number. We'll be right back with more from Marie.
All my life been hustling, and tonight is my appraisal. Cause I'm a hooker selling songs, and my pimp's a record label. This world is full of demon stocks and bonds and Bible traders. So I do the deed, get up and leave a climber and a sadist.
October is Marie's favorite time of year to teach Reiki. This fall may seem far away, but this magical and transformative course fills up fast. Each year, Marie joyfully shares the origins of her energy medicine work. Marie has been blessed with helping thousands heal, physically, mentally, and spiritually for nearly 2 decades with the energy healing modality of Reiki, a Japanese form of vibrational healing. Its origins are ancient, but its power is compassionate and all-knowing. Join Marie October 25th through 27th for this 2.5-day transformative workshop in Redmond, Washington, and meet like-minded individuals while learning the art of vibrational healing. For more information, go to energyintuitive.com.
3, 2, 1. Oh no. Which button am I?
When every second counts, you can't wing it.
Guys, a little help up here?
In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So make a family home fire escape plan. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year so everyone knows what to do when they hear. Prepare your family at ready.gov/fire drill. Brought to you by FEMA, the Ad Council, and Make Safe Happen.
Come and experience a divine day of goddess energy on Sunday, August 11th. The 4th annual Gathering of Goddesses honors the divine feminine and promotes self-care and connection. Yoga, meditation, live music, intuitive Marie Manucherry, and a healing sound session are all included. Tickets are available online at intuitivemenderllc.com. That's intuitivemenderllc.com or call 360-259-6780.
Alternative Talk 1150 is your sports organization's safe bet when it comes to airing your team's games. Our players are all seasoned professionals when it comes to sports programming. Imagine your games being heard on local radio. Your team deserves the MVP treatment. Call 425-653-1150 today to learn how affordable and fun it is to broadcast your games on the radio. Call 425-653-1150 and make your next season something special. That's 425-653-1150.
Marie is happy to announce her online classes for 2019. And if you wanted to take a class from Marie but live too far away to attend her Seattle-based workshops, now you can, from the comfort of your own home. Video recordings of these classes are included in the registration. In August, embrace your empathic nature. This course helps the evolved, compassionate person enhance their own life as well as those they have a deep compassion for. Learning to individuate and allow one's own magnificence to shine through is one of the greatest acts one will ever do. This two-part course is August 7th and 14th, 7 to 8:30 p.m. For more information, visit energyintuitive.com.
On the path to good health and well-being, Alternative Talk 1150 is the station for you.
And welcome back to the Marie Manucherry Show. So I finally looked up the national forest in Alaska. It's called the Tongass. And it's the largest forest in the United States, and it's 17 million acres.
That's intense.
Yeah, we did the zip lining in the forest and canoeing, and then we took this train. It was kind of scary in Skagway, just because Lisa, my friend, and I were looking outside the train, and it looks like it's kind of eroding on the sides, and it's just kind of, I mean, there's hundreds of people on the trains, and they run all day long. Sure. I'm sure they've taken very good care of it, but we're like,
daily, hourly.
Yeah, and you go way, way up on this very old terrain, but it was stunning.
That's funny. You kind of left out, I think, what the most important part of the trip was.
What?
Oh,
the axe throwing?
Yeah, you were so nonchalant about it. Like, I just threw an axe. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, so two of us actually hit
the marks. Hit the bullseye.
I hit the best.
Yes.
Yeah. But the woman we got a practice throw, which
for that, good job.
Oh, thank you.
It's accuracy.
Well, we got a practice
I'm
shot.
gonna bring some in here. We could test it out on the wall.
And then when I did my last throw, she said, "Imagine that a bear is attacking your family." So I think that's why I got my act together. But I do body pump, and so I've got some strong arms, and now I have a dog that's getting huge.
If I knew a bear was out, I'd be throwing it right through the back of it.
I would be terrified. Well, and speaking of bears, I didn't see any bears, but we went on a little hike after our authentic Indian canoe through a glacier lake that we went on. It was stunning. And we were supposed to go on this little hike. Yeah. Okay, I think it was 200 feet because there's too many bears in the area. We couldn't go very far. We just did this tiny little circle. It was basically a stroll.
And we're done.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, and the guy had bear spray with him just for that tiny 200 feet on the coast.
That's the range of which.
And bear spray, because Misha has backpacked quite a bit in Wyoming and Montana and Utah, and she goes, bear spray, if you want to get mauled, you use bear spray because you have to get it in their face.
Yeah, no, it's a point blank range, or at least a little further back, but it's like, so the typical pepper spray, this is like 10 or 20 times
Yeah, but you have to get close.
Hey, you know what? Like, I'm just saying.
I totally expected the guys.
That's why you only went 200 feet.
Right. Because when I read that we were going through this little hike, I thought, they're going to have guns for sure, because they didn't have guns, So I'm really glad I'm really glad we only went like two tiny, and we walked so slow. It was hysterical. It was great though.
I'm looking up like maximum strength and see what it is.
Oh my gosh, so scary.
The best pepper spray, attacking grizzlies.
Well,
we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, Lisa, my friend who we went on the cruise with, I've been asking people for years to go on this cruise with me because I didn't want to go by myself, and nobody would go. Finally, because I guess I asked my friend even last year, and she said no, but this year she said yes. But right before we went on the cruise, she was walking by her home, and she ran into, not literally, but was not very far away from a mama bear and two cubs right behind her house.
Those are the ones you really don't want to get
she said
with.
She put her arms up and backed out of the woods. And began,
like the bear's going to hold a...
Yeah, well, you have to get bigger,
human
right?
spray.
Yeah.
Back up, human.
And this was in Sammamish on a very busy family trail at 1:00 in the afternoon behind her house. So she's telling people,
they're very protective.
There's bears back there. Don't go back there. Yeah.
I just love it. It's like how to use the bear spray. And it says like spray 2 to 3 bursts up to 30 feet away. I'm
yeah,
like,
whatever.
no thanks. Like 30
no.
feet? Are you kidding me? That's basically from me to you. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm
that's
good.
That's a mauling moment.
Situation. Yeah.
No. Okay. Who do we have next?
We'll take Karen calling in from Everett. Hopefully there's no bears in Everett.
Yeah. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Good morning, Marie.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, and you?
Good. I'm great. Thank you for asking. Is this your first time calling in?
No, actually, I've called in the past, but it's been a while.
Was it helpful? Hello? Hello?
Karen, are you there?
Yes, it was.
Okay, good. I always ask that question because I'm like, okay, I want to make sure that the advice I give is usable, right? Like that's an important thing for me. So I'm glad it was helpful. So what can I do for you today?
Well, I was calling in because I had a friend pass recently, and I just wanted to check on him. And then actually I thought if I had any leaks in my energy field.
So far, I don't see any leaks. I'm drawing out your energy. I mean, you have a pass through the solar plexus and the second chakra, which means it's not a traditional leak. It means the energy is moving in, but then it's moving out. And what we want is it to just stay for a while. We want your energy to stay for a while, because if you absorb subatomic particles that are vibrant, then we will naturally release any stagnant energy. So self-love is where you're having this pass through, and then happiness, joy. Those are the self-love is the emotion of the third chakra, and joy is the emotion of the second chakra. So I would work on falling in love with you. And I'm sorry about your friend. That was sad for you.
Yeah.
I'm really, really, really sorry. He's funny. Would you agree?
Oh, hilarious.
So funny because he's making jokes, and he hasn't been gone that long. So I'm very grateful that he and I can communicate, because sometimes people are a little confused after they pass for a period of time, and they're not always ready to communicate with a medium. But yeah, he's hysterical. He's funny. He loves you to pieces. He's apologizing for leaving his body. He didn't realize how hard it was going to be on everyone. He didn't realize how much people really liked him. He was kind of oblivious to how sweet he is and kind. And a lot of kind people are like that. They don't know how lovely they are, or how just their energy can positively affect someone. They just don't know that. So he said that was a big aha moment for him. He says he's been hanging out with you during the day, whatever you're doing during the day. He's been walking with you, hanging out with you, spending time with you. But he wants me to tell you, you already know this because you've checked in on him, he tells me. He's felt your energy. Check in on him. Is that true for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. He says, I'm fine, I'm okay, and I'm happy. And he is happy.
Okay.
He really likes it over there. Who wouldn't? I'm sometimes like, hello, time to go home yet? I'm like, I'm ready. I could go home. My kids are grown. It's okay. The grandbabies don't really need me. My children would disagree with all of that, but I'll go home. That sounds like fun. So he's fine, and he apologizes for leaving so soon.
Oh, so there's nothing else that I need to do to help him do anything for his further, or him to help me, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, I think it's more the opposite. Like he's in a place of expanded consciousness. And it would be nice if you allow him to help you. That would be nice. Because you're not good at that either, right?
I'm not what?
You're not good at receiving.
I'd say you're right.
So I think that would be fun if you would let him be a support, a help, just have fun, have moments of laughter together. Yeah, let him inspire you. Because relationships don't end just because we live in different dimensions. Even if humans can't see or won't allow themselves to connect with loved ones who've passed on, the relationship continues. So I think you should be an active participant in it and allow him to inspire you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Have a great day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Karen, for joining us. 877-825-8828 is the number. We'll take Noreen calling in from Linwood area. Hi, Noreen.
Hi.
Hi, Noreen. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Thank you for taking my call.
Of course. Is this your first time calling in?
Actually, I haven't called in for a long time, but not my first time.
Was it helpful?
Yes.
Yay. Okay, what can I do for you?
My daughter has MS.
Was this a recent diagnosis?
A year ago, January.
Okay, I'm sorry, by the way. I'm sorry about the diagnosis. Would you say that prior to the diagnosis, your daughter was under a lot of emotional stress?
Yes.
Okay. Because there's something I've noticed. Like, I've treated a lot of clients with MS actually over the years. And I would say the majority of them, the disease goes away, actually. I think it starts from a strong emotional issue. Something really profound happened. And what it means is that people who are more at risk for MS, and of course there's 2 states in the U.S. that we have a higher incidence of MS, and that's Washington State and Florida. I don't know if you know that or not, but
I just heard that, yeah.
yeah, it's really interesting. I don't know the scientific, is there something in the environment? Is it the humidity? I don't know what it is exactly. But one of the things that I notice is that people who also get MS typically, and not all of them recognize this about themselves, they give too much of their energy to other people. So I think what happens is they have like a major emotional to do, and they already give their energy away, and then they don't have any stores, and then they're more susceptible to this particular disease. So first and foremost, your daughter needs to figure out if she hasn't or resolved that emotional thing. And then go ahead.
That's part of the problem is that she's not willing to do that.
Then there's nothing you can do about it. You know that, right? Because I read your energy as soon as you started talking about it, and you're mama bear. Like, you would have hit that bullseye in the middle the first time, not the second time like me. I had a practice thing, and then I got to do it again, which was very nice. We all did. But I'm just saying, you've got to let go. This is her experience. And I would prefer that you honor her experience. I'm not saying completely get out of the way and don't be helpful, but she doesn't want to do the inner work. And so here's what people don't understand. That letting go is probably the most powerful thing an older soul can do. And you're an older soul. That's why you can read your daughter well, and you know what caused. You didn't even need me to tell you what happened. You already knew. So if you get out of the way, and this isn't 100% guarantee, but it's pretty close. If you get out of the way, there will be progress. But you have to let go. And that's one of the reasons why you incarnated onto Earth, is to learn to let go. And here you are, holding on like mama bear, not letting go, willing to attack anyone at any moment to take care of your child. And I love that about you, and I appreciate that about you, but it's actually getting in the way energetically. And everything is about energy. Disease is an energetic, it starts energetically. Tiny little particles that most human beings can't even see. And then disease is resolved through tiny little particles that nobody can really see, and unless you can see energy. So, okay? So here's your homework assignment. And notice how you have so much resistance, so you know I'm on the right path. You know it. Because you're aware, you're conscious, and resistance means that. What if I let go? What if I get out of the way? What if I surrender? This is your new prayer. You don't have to think. Don't think about your daughter. Don't think about what you're letting go of. Don't think about the what if question. Just make it your new mantra, and things will change.
Okay.
And then call me back and tell me what happens.
All right.
Okay. I'm sending love to her and beautiful light. Okay?
Thank you, Maria.
You're welcome. Have a gorgeous day.
Thanks, Noreen, for joining us. Do we have time for one more?
I don't know. Do you think so?
Let's just do it. Okay. We'll take Nancy from Tacoma, the winner. Okay. Less than a minute, though.
Yeah, we're so sorry we didn't get to Louisiana.
We're trying.
Yeah, we're trying the best we can. What can I do for you, Nancy?
Oh, hi.
Hi. And I only have like 2 minutes, maybe.
I know. I see that.
What can I do for you?
I'm feeling overwhelmed, and just seems like a lot of low little things are happening. Like I got in a little car accident last night. Everybody's all right.
But you're okay. So when those things happen, it means that you are detached, you're not present. You need to pay attention. Like when I'm driving and I hear ambulance noises or whatever, of course that does wake me up and alerts me so I can pull over to the side of the road. But I take it as a sign that I'm not very present. I need to get in my body. So that's what you need to do. You need to stop worrying about all the things you're thinking about, all the things you're analyzing, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about.
Shut up. Okay.
and you need to just relax and get present so that so that you can be more aware. The universe is just asking you to be more aware. Just like our first caller, you have a lot. Ooh, the window washers are here. Look at that. Oh, wow. They're right outside our window. And we're pretty high up in this large T-Mobile building.
Like squirrel.
Yeah, a squirrel. Yeah, but not a squirrel. A nice human being taking care of the windows. Yeah. So, because he's thinking about my dog, Charles. So, at any rate, you need to get present. So, work on that. And this is astrological. You've got a lot going on. So, if you can be more present, then things can work out faster without problems like a small bumper accident. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. None of these things are tragic.
No. They're annoying, but they're trying to get you to get present. So get present.
Just feeling, overwhelmed. Okay.
Okay. Sorry. I know that doesn't seem very helpful, but please do.
Big, deep breaths.
Big, deep breaths.
Big, deep breaths.
Meditation.
Yep.
Have some nice mint tea. And thank you, everyone, for listening to the show and for calling in. And thank you, Benny and Lisa, for helping our show be so wonderful. Joyful blessings, everyone. Bye-bye for now.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of KKNW, its management, or other advertisers. Contests are the responsibility of the host of this program and not KKNW.